Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Christian McCaffrey on the
defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run for the first time with Trenton Cannon. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brought down by Trayvon Mullen. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Bridgewater now. Got his target, Samuel. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, This defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check, check. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Brought down by Trevor.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
44, 44, Mike, 44. I work a lot. 44 is Mike, 44 is Mike. Check, check.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He may try and touchdown, Carolina.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the Las Vegas first down.
Now.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Panthers 6, Raiders nothing.
We ain't begin.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down from the 39-yard line. Here comes second down at 6. Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
At the 44.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A 2-yard loss.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater winds up and lets. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 46 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Raiders, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Brings up second and
5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From midfield, here's Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that.
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. 20. And now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Raiders.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked up by Troy Pride. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
At the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
You don't want to see me. You don't want me. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Delaney Walker there to make the grab. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
McCaffrey, they'll try to run it in. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. This is going to be caught. We're not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Raiders, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On second down now. It's Jacobs, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
It's fourth.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
54. Not today, you are. Not today. 93. 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 54.
They do go for it. It's Carr. Flushed out right. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
20. Check. Tackles. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. They will find Davis. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
7-yard line.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
44 is the mic.
Bridgewater to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
It's 3rd and goal.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Delta.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. And they go with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here
42
and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Panthers' 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Carr going to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
3rd and long.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Carr to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Las Vegas.
Right now. You want it, choose the mic. That's what I do. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Carr now on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Raiders 3.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ballgame. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
I'm coming after you. Delta. After you. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Now Bridgewater. Uncorks one for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The second-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know.
And the Raiders have got him.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Carr completes it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice catch up by Tyrell Williams to get off to a hot start. Heck, I'd call it a blazing start in 2019, scoring a touchdown each of his first 5 games. And he has history as a big-time receiver as well. 1,000 yards receiving for the Chargers back in 2016.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Carr again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. From the 5, 3rd and goal. And that is caught by the back judge right there to say incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Carr sliding out of the pocket. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Jackson now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jackson on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing here, Bridgewater. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the